think I am off by one. I can get this. Nope, I don't have enough.
Points just don't get any sharper than that.
What? Those other two idols? What do you mean, those other two? Which other two? Also, hang on, I need to switch. Oof. Which other two idols?
That's Zolwood Grove. A nice quiet place to show a musket a good time.
Welcome back. What two idols were you asking about?
Ever felt a Zolwood gourd? Like picking up broken glass barehanded? At Zolwood Grove, marshals learn to make every shot count. The trick was to pop all those nasty gourds without wasting ammo. Most marshals didn't get far on their first few tries. Catch a bunch of those gourds in a single shot. Funny thing about muskets is they work best up close. The best of the best clear the course in just a few shots.
What two idols?
Kid probably could have made himself marshal one day.
Let me. What two idols? The two that I bought? It's Hensa and Javel.
That's a scrapyard, where folks got to smash things and call it community service.
Oh, hang on. Flop. Goddess of pain and pleasure, the veiled widow. They say the veiled widow is smiling beneath her robes, her body all scratches and scars. And Javel, the god of health and atrophy. Half the Tower Keeper's face is that of a youth in his prime, the other an old man. In other words, this is technically Yanu's, and this is not Hera. This is I suppose it would be Aphrodite.
The city's unwanted things all met their end in the yard. Folks who fouled up would do their time here, smashing things to bits. The quicker they worked, the sooner they could go. Folks learned to plant their feet and put their backs into it. Others would plot a course to navigate that sea of junk. A good day's smashing could feed a family for a week.
Something wrong. Not too far off, but I remember this one being exceptionally difficult. I'll have to come back to it later.
Ever want to just smash things for a while? You know where to go. That's the Langston River. Used to cut all the way to the wild. Think it was bad then. The Langston River flowed free and wild till the calamity drank it all up. Maybe all that water just grew wings and flew off.
Fucking stab weed everywhere.
Riverbank swarming with windbags.
Yes, you see them now dropping grenades that do.
They're so bent on finding the core, they hardly notice the kid. Lucky for him, a certain famous ferry barge is still afloat.
Right then.
Weepin' Nellie. She sends some squirts crying home as she leaves port. Maybe Nellie knows the way to the core. Maybe she can slip right past all the clamor on the coast. Or maybe not. A security skiff pulls up portside. Nellie's just another windbag to those guns. Just then, the windbags notice who she's sailing with. He takes a hard hit, but he ain't finished. They try to cut her off. They try to slow her down. They try to knock her out. The river's such an overwhelming place.
Well, I
Well, the
fucked that
river
up.
ain't coming back just by talking about it.
I done did fuck that one up. My heal button is what again? F.
Riverbank swarming with windbags.
Oh.
They're so bent on finding the core, they hardly notice the kid.
As he rolls off the edge like a fucking moron.
Lucky for him, a certain famous ferry barge is still afloat.
Hang on. Fucking coming net session. Okay. Also, now it is blocking my view.
Weepin' Nellie. She sends some squirts crying home as she leaves port. Maybe Nellie knows the way to the core. Maybe she can slip right past all the clamor on the coast. Or maybe not. A security skiff pulls up portside. Nellie's just another windbag to those guns. Just then, the windbags notice who she's sailing with. They're pretty steamed about what happened at Cinderbrick.
God fucking damn it!
They try to cut her off. They try to slow her down. They try to knock her out.
Oh god, it's just chaos.
Well, Weepin' Nellie tries harder. Try as she might, though, she hits a snag. Kid's gotta help her get untangled. Favors for favors. She picked a good spot for a break, because the core's right there.
Where's my scrap skin?
Then the kid hears an unusual sound, like 100 flapping wings. Peckers. They've been watching his every move. Kid almost falls again.
Stupid fucking burbs. Stupid fucking burbs.
They had their own eyes on the core. But why? Well, kid ain't got time to think it over just yet. He finds Weepin' Nelly raring to go. Turns out she's got a special surprise for when the waters get rough.
God damn it. Okay, I'm back.
She's gonna need a little help with all them peckers. Traffic things think they're king of the roost now. Rest of us only wish we could fly in times like these. Security skiffs keep on coming starboard side. Don't seem to care what they shoot, as long as they hit something. He takes a hard hit, but he ain't finished. The windbag's getting even better idea. They aim to smash Weepin' Nelly to splinters.
Whoa!
Kid boards one of them skiffs like some kind of Ceylondian privateer. They don't know the kid's just trying to help. Or maybe they don't care. Well, it all proves too much for poor Nelly. The river's such an overwhelming place.
They shouldn't be
Well,
able
the
to
river ain't
damage me
coming
while
back
I'm
just by
fucking
talking about it.
God, oh, fucking mighty. Sorry, I'm back. Robin decided to spray poisonous shit in the air. Swear to God.
The river ain't never been safe for swimming. Riverbank swarming with windbags. They're so bent on finding the core, they hardly notice the kid. Lucky for him, a certain famous ferry barge is still afloat. Weepin' Millie. She sends some squirts crying home as she leaves port. Maybe Nellie knows the way to the core. Maybe she can slip right past all the clamor on the coast. Or maybe not. A security skiff pulls up portside. Nellie's just another windbag to those guns. Just then, the windbags notice who she's sailing with.
They're pretty steamed about what happened at Cinderbrick.
They try to cut her off. They try to slow her down. They try to knock her out. Well, Weepin' Nellie tries harder. Try as she might, though, she hits a snag. Kid's gotta help her get untangled. Favors for favors. At least she picked a good spot for a break, 'cause the core's right there. Then the kid hears an unusual sound, like 100 flapping wings. Peckers. They've been watching his every move. They had their own eyes on the core, but why? Well, kid ain't got time to think it over just yet. He finds Weepin' Nellie raring to go. Turns out she's got a special surprise for when the waters get rough. She's gonna need a little help with all them pickers. Traffic things think they're king of the roost now. Rest of us only wish we could fly in times like these.
No, 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 little one, come with us. God damn it. Ah, mother flip.
Security skiffs keep on coming starboard side. Don't seem to care what they shoot, as long as they hit something. The windbags get an even better idea. They aim to smash Weeping Nelly to splinters. Kid almost falls again. Kid boards one of them skiffs like some kind of Ceylondian privateer. Well, it all proves too much for poor Nelly.
No, fuck me.
She's just gotta make one last stop. With her last breath, Nelly gets the kid to solid ground. Solid ground in Pecker country.
God damn!
Seems a calamity ain't hurt the Pecker's appetites. They want that core real bad. Might be they want it just as bad as a kid. Kid shoes him off. Knowing
Fuck you! We're right at the end.
Well, the river ain't coming back just by talking about it. Riverbank swarming with windbags. They're so bent on finding the core, they hardly notice the kid. Lucky for him, a certain famous ferry barge is still afloat. Weeping Nelly. She sends some squirts crying home as she leaves
Fuck me.
port. Maybe Nelly knows the way to the core. Maybe she can slip right past all the clamor on the coast. Or maybe not. The security skiff pulls up portside. Nelly's just another windbag to those guns. Just then, the windbags notice who she's sailing with.
They're pretty steamed about what happened at Cinderbrick.
They try to cut her off. They try to slow her down. They try to knock her out. Well, Weeping Nelly tries harder. Try as she might, though, she hits a snag. Kid's gotta help her get untangled. Favors for favors. At least she picked a good spot for a break, 'cause the core's right there. Then the kid hears an unusual sound, like 100 flapping wings. They've been watching his every move.
God fucking damn it. Despite being full screen, it doesn't actually restrict the mouse to the window.
They had their own eyes on the core. But why? Well, kid ain't got time to think it over just yet. He finds Weeping Nelly raring to go.
Oh.
Turns out she's got a special surprise for when the waters get rough. She's gonna need a little help with all them peckers. Traffic things think they're king of the roost now. Rest of us only wish we could fly in times like these.
Really?
It almost falls again. Security skiffs keep on coming starboard side. Don't seem to care what they shoot, as long as they hit something. The windbag's getting even better idea. They aim to smash Weeping Nelly to splinters. He takes a hard hit, but he ain't finished. Kid boards one of them skiffs like some kind of sailor-lead privateer.
God damn.
Hearty punch is so zesty, it'll let you carry on through the worst of times.
And Bastion crashes. Fit in.
Squirt cider will toughen you right up. Too bad about the musty aftertaste.
Well, the river ain't coming back just by talking about it. Riverbank swarming with windbags. They're so bent on finding the core, they hardly notice the kid. Lucky for him, a certain famous ferry barge is still afloat. Weeping Nelly. She sends some squirts crying home as she leaves port. Maybe Nellie knows the way to the core. Maybe she can slip right past all the clamor on the coast. Or maybe not. A security skiff pulls up portside. Nellie's just another windbag to those guns. Just then, the windbags notice who she's sailing with. They try to cut her off. They try to slow her down.
Let me at least get back up before you do that, asshole.
They try to knock her out. He takes a hard hit, but he ain't finished. Will Weepin' Nellie try?
Oh, for fuck's
It's harder.
sake!
Try as she might, though. She hits a snag.
Shouldn't have to close down my other fucking monitor just to be able to
Kid's
play
gotta
a
help
game.
her get untangled. Favors for favors. At least she picked a good spot for a break, 'cause the core's right there. Then the kid hears an unusual sound, like 100 flapping wings. Peckers. They had their own eyes on the core, but why? Well, kid ain't got time to think it over just yet. He finds Weepin' Nellie raring to go. Turns out she's got a special surprise for when the waters get rough. She's gonna need a little help with all them peckers. Crafty things think they're king of the roost now. Rest of us only wish we could fly at times like these.
Christ, that one can go far.
Security skiffs keep on coming, starboard side. Don't seem to care what they shoot, as long as they hit something. The windbags are getting even better around here. They aim to smash Weepin' Nellie to splinters.
What?
Well, it all proves too much for poor Nellie. She's just gotta make one last stop. With her last breath, Nellie gets the kid to solid ground. Solid ground in Pecker country. Seems the calamity ain't hurt the Peckers' appetites. They want that core real bad. Might be they want it just as bad as a kid. Know how many times kid nearly fell off the barge back there? 4 times.
He does say something different if you don't fall off even once.
Now, listen close. You should remember this next part.
Why go to Prosper Bluff? Used to take an enterprising man or a plain old fool to venture out that far. The city was the most beautiful place in the world. We all knew that. But on the other hand, some folks just yearn to see the things they're told they can't. And that's why you go to Prosper Bluff, ain't it? The other kid hears something he ain't heard in a long while. How's it go again? Yeah, that's the one.
God fucking damn it. No, bollocks. No, I need that. Stop falling, goddammit. Cut it out. It dying does more damage than it living.
Well, no point explaining what happens next, right? Suffice it to say, kid ain't coming home empty-handed. And besides, it's like the song goes.
Very strange sound for a harp to be making, but
They'll be here before too long. We darn near celebrated when the kid got back, didn't we? Zolf never thought he'd see a fellow or again.
We become fast friends. Calamity has that effect on people. But there was more to be done. There was one last core to find. A scientific journal written in Zolf's native tongue. He learned so much from it. Too much. If only I'd known half the secrets of the Calamity were tucked away in that book, I'd have worked to translate it right away. So many secrets in there and she can't even read it. Her father's own journal. Girl tried to run away from home one time, but the marshals stopped that, didn't they? Sure, the world's all gone to pieces farther than the eye can see, but leave it to this gal to point out the amazing view. Most of the Ura never got a taste of Caelondia's fine goods, unless they were born and raised in the city like Zia here.
Alright, I've got a core, don't I?
Kid's surprised when I tell him there's only one core left. I shouldn't have believed it either. The memorial. Here a kid can pay respect to the old world and earn it in kind. The valediction. Just another one of my sketches. Nothing more.
Hmm. Oh god. Yeah.
Words can't express what happened, but they're all I got. You want to tune a scrap musket, you start with the barrel. If you're feeling low, count on the buttery flavor of our own Bastion bourbon.
I think I've got to call it here. Then maybe we can run the pipe a couple times and level. need 2 more. Well, there's one of the 2 more that I need. Where the last one is. Either way, I'll call it for now.